On September 19, 2014, Trinidad and Tobago's 2014 Summer Fancy Food Show participants attended a packed media conference at the Courtyard Marriott, having recently returned from a successful showing at the prestigious event. Senator the Honourable Vasant Bharath, Minister of Trade, Industry, Investment and Communications and Minister in the Ministry of Finance and the Economy, delivered the feature address of the day, expressing his pride in having seen Trinidad and Tobago well represented on a world stage. It is no surprise that coming from the belly of agriculture, Minister Bharath lustily supports the agro-processing sector. It thus was no surprise that he led the first mission in 2013 with some 7 companies, and then again this year with 13 companies.
It's really an honor and a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here this morning, particularly in light of the successes that your companies have had, both last year and this year at the 60th, last year at the 59th and this year at the 60th Summer Fancy Food Show in New York earlier this year. The show actually saw approximately 2,730 specialty food makers, importers and entrepreneurs from as many as 49 countries displaying their products in what was the largest show of Fancy Free to date. And of course our delegation was the largest, coming from Trinidad and Tobago. I, like Mr. Jack and Robert, was extremely proud, really proud. I mean, it gave you goosebumps to walk along and see our booth, the energy of Trinidad and Tobago, and to see people being attracted to the position where we were, because we had prime position. Understand what your competition is. Understand the hundreds and possibly thousands of products that you are actually competing with. And take the time to go around and look at what the competition looks like. Not just the competition in your specific area. Take the time to understand how people have diversified basic products into specialty products. And that gives you an indication of some of the things that you can do right here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Speakers also included Assemblyman Joel Jack, Secretary for Finance and Enterprise Development of the Tobago House of Assembly, Robert Tanyuk, Chairman of Export TT Limited, and exhibitors of the 13 representing companies, each of whom expressed their delight at having been a part of such an event.
To see out on a world scale what is being done with food. I mean, you see things on the internet, but nothing is as real as having experience. My life has been changed by what I've seen. I call it the food catwalk. Walking down that catwalk for me, my God. I mean, I literally, it was not just goosebumps. I felt I would have fainted. I mean, walking down there and seeing what people are doing with food, and it gave me a greater appreciation for what we have. I love our culture, our food. I mean, I really love our food. And seeing what people are doing with food, you know, and seeing where we can go, Trinidad and Tobago. It was awesome. It was really awesome.
2014 was the second year for Caribbean Limited in the Fancy Food Show. It was coming off the heels of a very successful first year, where, as the Minister alluded to, we managed to find distribution partners in France. Yes, we did ship product to France, over 30 containers, but it's actually bigger than that. Because of this connection, we actually have distribution chains now that we're exploring in Italy and France through the same distributor. So I would like to encourage all the manufacturers who are serious about exporting globally, who have not taken part in the Fancy Food Show. This is an opportunity that we really shouldn't turn down. You ask me if it's worth it, it's an emphatic yes.
We are looking forward, Casey Candy is looking forward to take part again with the Fancy Food Show. The Fancy Food Show is the best showcase for Trinidad manufacturers. As I said again, do not expect to get a distributor right away. You have to work on it. You have to contact all of those people that visited the booth. You have to send emails to them. You have to keep on sending emails. You don't get a response, send an email. Maybe 18 months after, or maybe next year, they will come up and say, you remember me? I say, yes. I sent you some email, send you some information. Well, we are now ready.
Last year, Charles Chocolate exhibited in the Summer Fancy Food Show in New York for the very first time through the assistance of the Ministry of Trade and Export TT. We had re-entered the US market back in 2011, and our response from the market has been excellent for our products. The feedback we got from the show last year, as well as this year, was astounding. There were many things to be learned from that show last year for both us and the ministry, and this year our exhibition was nothing short of excellent. The feedback that was received for our products was exceptional, as we highlighted two of our most popular products in the US, Catch Candy Bar and Rum and Raisin Chocolate Bar. After the show, our products were actually highlighted on Good Morning Texas, our Catch Candy Bar. This shows the tremendous potential we have as a company globally, and in extension, our manufacturing sector in Trinidad and Tobago. Our dependency as a nation on energy needs to be reduced due to the limited resources of energy in our country. Hence, we need to diversify into other sectors such as manufacturing. We also cannot depend on the Caribbean alone to market our products to sustain our economy. Hence, trade shows such as the Summer Fancy Food Show gives us the opportunity to highlight and market our products to the world. We would like to thank the Ministry of Trade and Export TT for the assistance both financially and non-financially that they had extended to us. Without their assistance, we would not have been able to highlight and market our product on such a huge platform.
With another successful Summer Fancy Food Show under their belts and the firm support of the MTIIC behind them, these participating manufacturers can build on their experiences and forge even greater success.
As I close, I want to commend the companies that participated in the show, and of course commend the staff and the management of Export TT, and of course very ably led by Mr. Robert Tanyuk, the chairman of Export TT, and I wish, Robert, that you would convey my thanks to members of your board on the very hard work that they've been doing in the last year. And again, I look forward to continued participation with the Tobago House of Assembly as we build a reliable and resilient economy and create prosperity for all Trinidadians and Tobagonians.
We encourage all our local businesses to seize the opportunities to expand their market access and increase their sales.